Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I have some more Division B-SouthEast for you. This time it's BeatGen, Johanna Means Family versus Frank's Furters. And of course, I have a sneeze lined up for me. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright. I think I'm okay. I think I'm good. We're getting ready a little bit early. One team is all set and ready to go. The other one getting ready, but I thought I'd jump on here. Greet you folks. Be all set and ready. This is a number 1 versus number 8 seed matchup here in Division B-SouthEast. Check them points. Checking them points. BeatGen finishing the season with 21 points. Frank's Furters coming in with 10. That doesn't mean that this isn't going to be a good matchup here. We've seen some serious upsets throughout the playoffs so far amongst all the divisions. Last I checked, Division D Northeast had 4 upsets in the first round. That was pretty crazy. 8 beat 1, 7 beat 2, 6 beat 3, and 5 beat 4. It was pretty weird. We'll see if that happens here. It's the least likely upset, but it is still possible. So you gotta watch, you gotta check, because these games have been wild. How you doing, Propez? How you doing, Zool Rules? Good to see you. Been a while since I've seen you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. We are setting up here for game number 1. We're going to be going to Cursed Hollow as our first map. BeatGen banned out Alterac Pass and Sky Temple. Frank's Furters took out Braxis Holdout and Volskaya Foundry. Take a quick look over at my very nice little graphic there. Yeah, Battlefield of Eternity still open, so there's still one 2-lane map that we could possibly go to. We'll see if we end up there. 2-lane maps have been, honestly, somewhat rare in my casts of late. There's only one available in Storm Division. It often gets banned away. Only 2 of them overall, and, you know, Braxis gets passed over or banned a lot. Like, you know, aside from the occasional Battlefield game week over week, it's just 3-lane maps all day long. You gotta get used to it. That's just the way it be. It's just the way it be. To make sure, while I've got a moment, that I've got everyone that I'm expecting on both teams. Got Wono, we got McGiblets, Snagananas, Linehouse, and the Doctor. I know, right? I got the 666s. I actually had the 666s, and I managed to play 3 Storm League games without leveling the account at all. I was very surprised. But yeah, I'm going to have to make a Smurf. It's the only way. It's the only way. Only customs from now on. Forget queuing. We're just not going to do it. What do we got over here? We got Indecisive. We got Magic Master, DJ Cold Cuts, Dallying Pig, and Boggs. Looks like the whole crew is here, and we're going to be getting into game number 1 in just a momento. Cursed Hollow. Have I done a Cursed Hollow recently? I'm trying to remember my last Cursed Hollow. I mean, I've done some very fast Cursed Hollows this season. Like, you go up 2-0, you take a boss, and then somehow you win the objective anyway, and you just sort of storm down a keep and win. Definitely been a possibility. But if the teams are savvy about banning away and picking away boss control, that's a little bit harder. So we'll see. Are we going to get the Maze? Are we going to get the Tyraels? Falstads? Junkrats? Help control these boss points. It's very important. It's very, very important. Alright, I think the teams are all set. They're getting ready to fire it up here. Alright, we're going in. Draft number 1. Can he time it? 3, 2, 1. I was a second late. Didn't want to pull the trigger early. Unfortunate. Okay. Let's get into our first draft here. We'll see what the target bans are going to be for this series. As we are in the 10th week, 11th week of the NGS season, there's quite a lot of history that these teams can lock in. And that's where you see bans like Zul'jin. Zul'jin banned out by BeatGen. They've got the stats of the Storm, they've got the heroes' profiles, and you're likely not going to see the bans change an awful lot this series. But we'll have to see how it goes. No Blaze allowed here from Frank's Furters. Beat Gen considering their second ban here. See if the targets go on or if there's going to be any sort of map-focused ban here in the second position. What do we got? Going to be an Uther. Uther taken away. Uther's still pretty relevant in terms of you can do double healer setups. Those work pretty well. I'd say probably not as well on Cursed Hollow because it's so easy to avoid fights. But you can also do like single Uther healer gank setups where you just roam between lanes and that extra stun is enough to lock down kills. And that's definitely something you can flex into. Frank's Furters getting rid of the Maiev. Maiev super strong lately. Just really, really good engage. And that level 20 getting that double vault of the Wardens is usually enough to survive that little bit extra that Maiev couldn't survive before. And it's really paying off dividends. Wono going to bring the Falstad first thing for Beat Gen. Getting the global, getting the boss control. I'd argue probably one of the top picks here on Cursed Hollow. DJ Coldcut's going with the Gazlowe. Gazlowe, the great punisher of clumping. With that Gravo Bomb? Yeah, Gravel Bomb on 10. Indecisive going for Anduin here. Okay. So getting that allows, or doesn't allow Beat Gen to take the Anduin, which could save someone from that big combo. I wonder if Beat Gen's going to go with something like a Brightwing here. Or if they've got a white main up their sleeve. Okay, we're going to see Stukov Dahaka. So just going really with the power picks. They've got two globals now. They've got one of the more powerful healers on their side. Stukov has been doing a lot of work with the Lurking Arm build lately. And right now, Beat Gen is set up to just be a total macro machine right now. They can cover lanes. They can cover off lanes for a lot longer, possibly delaying objectives while they do so. Frank's Furters is going to go ahead and ban the Mei. I was thinking they might try to pick that up for themselves, but I guess they've got a different plan here. Beat Gen, they're looking at the Gazlowe, they're looking at the Anduin. Wouldn't be surprised to see like a big blow-up mage band away, like your Jaina or your Kael'thas. Something that can follow up on the Gazlowe ult. Johanna can definitely set him up for the Gazlowe ult as well. Strong ban there. Johanna's a pretty good pairing with Anduin as well, so I like that strategy here from Beat Gen. That is going to mean a Garrosh. Dallying Pig going to lock in the War Chief here. Bog's going for Raynor. Okay, so there's still a flex here for Magic Master. So one of Garrosh's big weaknesses is a lack of engage, but on Cursed Hollow, the corridors are so tight and there's so many bushes on the map that Garrosh can kind of make up for that by just positioning aggressively. So I think this still works here for Frank's Furters. Last two picks for Beat Gen. Snagging on is in the Docta. It's going to be a Nubarak Lunara in those last two positions. Lunara has been kind of creeping up the popularity. Starting in Storm Division has become a very, very powerful hero. And it's starting to leak down into the amateur divisions as well. Some minor changes have really brought Lunara into the fold here. And I really like this pick versus the Garrosh. Garrosh has a really tough time being threatening against Lunara, because Lunara can be just outside that Q range and really work on Garrosh's health bar. Magic Master going to bring the Leoric as the last pick, so we've got a double Bruiser Raynor set up here for Frank's Furters. Now, if I do recall, Frank's Furters does like to run this double Bruiser quite a lot. So we'll see if the Falstad and Lunara can do enough damage to that front line to survive this onslaught. Alrighty. Let's get a little water in. Yesterday I cast a best of 5 that went all 5, and I was screaming for most of the time, so my throat is a little bit on the raw side. but I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be all right. Loading into Cursed Hollow here. Beat Gen, got some good global, they got some good siege. Frank's Furters, big on the team fight. Let's get into it.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Alrighty, we're into game number 1. On the left in the blue, we have Beat Gen. Johanna means family. Snaganonis is on the Anubarak, the Doctor on Lunara, Linehouse playing the Dahaka, McGiblets on the Stukov, and Wono is playing Falstad. On the right in the red, we have Frank's Furters. Boggs is on the Rainer. Dallying Pig is playing the Garrosh. DJ Coldcuts on the Gazlo. Magic Master on Leoric. And Indecisive is on the Anduin.
Let the battle begin.
Here we go. Game number 1. Checking out those level 1 talents. It is the Speed quest here for Dahaka. Enhanced Agility on level 1. Is that the Hippity Hop? Oh... The Doctor finding the way into my heart. I love the hippity-hippity. The Hippity Hop. I know Sentinel Wisp is good, but the talent is called Hippity Hop. You have to take it. Also Hammerang quest here for Falstad, as is traditional at this point. The auto attack quest is kind of fallen by the wayside. The W quest has been damned for all eternity. So we're just kind of going Q build. That negative armor provided by Falstad really helps in bursting people down in those critical moments. Snaganonis kind of hanging out here on the right, just threatening vision. With Garrosh in the mid, can do so pretty effectively. The kill pressure is a little bit low, but I think this comp from Frank Furters is designed to just walk at you. Leoric, pretty good at just walking at you. Snaganonis could be in trouble here. Gets the burrow charge over the wall. Less than 100 health, able to barely escape. So we're going to have to see if the peels from Anubarak, if the damage from Falstad and from Lunara is enough to damage that walking front line of Frank's Furters here. Because I've seen the strategy work. It's just like you just take the beefiest characters and just walk at them until they can't get away. Usually it's done with something like a Johanna Blaze. You go like Johanna Blaze Gazlo or something, and you just walk at them, and they're just like, what do I do? It's like, do damage. It's like, it's not enough damage. And then they go down. But I think with the Falstad Gust to get away, we might see a flailing swipe from Stukov that's going to be able to reset some of these walking at you engages. It's all going to come down to cooldown usage in these fights. You see the camps being picked up by both sides here. The Doctor has that level 4, so it's going to be wrapping up that top left camp pretty quickly here. Bruiser camp's going to meet in the mid. So it'll deny any serious wall pressure coming on out from Beat Gen. Did Boggs go Exterminator? No. Oh, yes. Boggs did go Exterminator, so going to be able to help clear away those camps a little easier. A little bit of extra siege as well. A little bit surprising from a solo ranged Rainer to not go with the stacks. But this will help a little bit in the siege, which is ultimately the win condition here on Cursed Hollow, is being able to just siege on through as quickly as possible. This is a pretty hefty wave here, moving up to the wall. Snagadon is going to peel out. Objective up in the bottom lane. Not a huge commitment so far, as the mid is cleared away. Snaganon is doing a really good job of just being in the face of Frank's Furters so far. And with no kills, that means something must be going right. Teams are starting to gather here. Gazlo's still up in the top lane for Frank's Furters. Dahaka could global on in here, as Snaganon is going to be thrown in. We're going to have the burrow charge to get out. McGiblets finishes the channel. Very nicely done. The Doctor working on Dallying Pig's health bar on the side there. And Beat Gen is going to pick up our first objective in a pretty quick manner. I was thinking maybe the delay game would favor them, since they have the Falstad, since they have the Dahaka. But picking up a quick one, you know, that helps too. That helps too. The Doctor able to get away from the gank squad there in the mid lane. Up in the top lane here, Linehouse and DJ Coldcuts having a little bit of a back and forth, but there is the Lurker Strain just becoming more and more popular on the old Dahaka. Boggs almost picking up the kill onto Linehouse there. Linehouse either already used the essence or is saving the essence. I didn't see whether it was used in that previous scuffle with old Gazlo there. We got bug puns in the chat. Fantastic. Tribute is spawning in the top lane next. Falstad is going to remain here on the bottom side. Frank's Furters trying to set up for this next one. They don't want to go down 0-2 if they can help it. Because that opens up all sorts of fun macro possibilities for beat gen. First throw going to go out onto Snag and Honest. Chastise will not land, as Anubarak has the burrow charge to get on out of there. Nice silence there from the Giblets. Wono is flown on up. Dahaka is digging on in. Magic Master very, very low here. Falstad has to get away from Boggs. Can Leoric actually get out? Big stun. There's the silence zone. Indecisive going to save one. Nice drag back onto the Garrosh. Dallying Pig hit that W. Not going to be enough. Garrosh is going to go down. The Giblet's doing a great job with those silence zones. They're just everywhere that Frank's Furters wants to be in those fights, and all of a sudden they just can't cast. Really nicely done. We're going to see Beat Gen move on down towards their boss here. See if they want to knock that out or if they want to possibly get the knockout onto Raynor here. Boggs able to get away, though. Looks like they're going to start it. There they go. There they go. Level 10s are in for Beat Gen. We've got the Isolation, Cocoon, Mighty Gust, Leaping Strike, and Flailing Swipe. So those disengage options are online here. So far they haven't really been wanting to disengage, they've just been engaging. Boss taken as Magic Master went to go check it out, and this could be one of those quick games that I was talking about. They grab the boss, they might grab another tribute here, depending on how this fight goes. The boss is right next to this objective, though. That is kind of bad luck here for Beat Gen in terms of pushability. Dahaka remaining in the top lane for now. First interrupt by Snag. The Doctor moving on up there, getting a little bit of damage out. Doing a good job of pushing back for now. The 10s are in for Frank's Furters. This could be a big deal. DJ Coldcuts is going to get thrown in. There's the Gravel Bomb. Going to only catch one, though. Taunt comes out as well. Big silence. There's the Light Bomb. DJ Coldcuts somehow still alive, but ultimately Gazlo going to go down. The curse goes over to Beat Gen. Johanna means family. They pick up the double kill for the price of Stukov. And this boss is still at half health, pushing down the bottom lane. See how far they can get. Another 42 seconds on this curse. Boss still very healthy. Lunara, the siege, is online here. They're looking for Boggs here on the corner. Linehouse is pushed back. The drag is going to connect. Raynor in serious trouble is going to go down here. And Beat Gen, Johanna means family, means business. They're just going to keep on pushing through. Gazlo has some of those turrets set up as the keep does fall. Beat Gen not going to push their luck here. Not going to push their luck. I was thinking they might just go right through, but they don't. They're going to make the smarter play. They're going to move up and just get some extra time on the map. That's a triple fort play off the earliest possible curse. They're up about 13 to 11 here, just on a fantastic tear here in game number 1. Right now, Frank's Furters going to try to get back on their feet. They've only got 2 structures remaining, as they're looking for level 13. Beat Gen going to go ahead and grab their camps, get those pushing in the right direction. Anubarak out here doing Anubarak things. Such is tradition. Camps are going to be taken. Boss is going to be checked here. Frank's Furters don't quite have their 13s, but they are close. See if Beat Gen wants to just go ahead and bully their way onto this point. They've got the control, but giving a fight at this point, we'll see if it goes in their favor. Boss is going to be started. Leoric is on the way. Raynor is on the way. Boggs looking for a flank on the outside as the boss goes down to half. There's the throw onto Snag, who manages to get out of there. Big silence route comes out onto the Rainer. Snagging on is low. There's the first gust coming on out, but Dallying Pig is on the point. Big light bomb, gravel bomb combo, and Nubarak is going to be the first to go down as the Doctor trying to reposition there, getting into the back line. Garrosh is going to go down next. They're all fully committing here. There goes the Stukov, there goes the Dahaka, and Frank's Furters go ahead and pick up this boss. 3 for 1 on those kills. B-Gen got a little bit greedy there. Going for the 5v5, they had a brief talent tier advantage. But the boss goes over to Frank's Furters. They're not going to be able to do an awful lot with it. But if they didn't grab that boss, that could have been another keep down for B-Gen. We are reset on these curse points. The boss is probably not even going to get the entire wall here as the wave was all the way pushed up. Tribute spawning in about 10 seconds. See if B-Gen is going to try to contest this or not. We're back to even on experience. Falstad a little bit behind. There's a lot of turrets in the area trying to zone out as Snag is going to be dismounted. And it looks like Frank's Furter's going to pick this up, no problem. Bottom side boss is up in about 40 seconds here. The Global's going to move on in and grab this camp steal. Linehouse is backing on out. Wono escapes. Cheeky play by the Globals. Nicely done. Push in the bottom lane is going to continue. Anubrak is split pushing in the top lane. Gotta love to see it. Using those burning beetles for the wave clear advantage. 16s are here for Johanna Means family. Or B-Gen Johanna Means family, I should say. And they have full map control right now. All the lanes totally pushed in here. See if there's a gank opportunity. Frank's Furters do have their level 16s as well. Bottom boss up and available right now. They're all showing on this wave. That means B-Gen can absolutely start up this boss. And they're going to. They know Frank's Furters is on the way for the objective, but it looks like this boss is going to be cleared away no problem at all. Giblet's going to get tagged by the boss there. Well, it won't be too much trouble. Tribute is spawning on in. Looks like Frank's Furters going to go ahead and give up this one. We're at 0 out of 3. They don't have to do anything crazy. B-Gen might be looking for a flank here, though. Snaganonis is moving on up. Going to find that watchtower. Sees the team on the way. Nice Impale. Can it land onto 4? Falstad and Dahaka are not here. Boss is pushing up just a little bit. It's going to be going straight onto the core here. We'll see if it takes out any of the shielding, but I think with Exterminator Rainer, the boss should be taken out before it takes any core health. Yeah, boss is already very, very low here. Mid push is going to be a little more effective here, though, for B-Gen. Dallying Pig moving on out, looking for a throw, but good spacing. And Big Entomb going to land onto 2, though. Great gust. Unfortunately, layering the flailing swipe as well, but the gravel bomb is going to whiff there, so we've got some good trades for ults. We saw Cocoon come out there as well. So good attempted engage, but good disengage there from B-Gen Johanna Means family. The waves continue to crash upon the shores of Frank's Furters. You see the siege camp has to be dealt with here by Boggs. Dahaka was pushing all that in. We see Wono going to be taking the Bruiser camp in the mid once again. Tribute spawning. Frank's Furters don't look like they're going to contest, which means B-Gen going to go up 2-1 on these curse points. Bruiser camp taken by Frank's Furters. B-Gen was in the area. Falstad picking up the back Bruiser camp as well here for the blue team. Right now, B-Gen could, top boss is up in 45 seconds. They could try to make another play over that, or they could just keep on trying to find their level 20s and take a fight on that advantage. The next curse is in this area as the Bruiser camps are going to meet here. Top lane, Linehouse could be in a little bit of trouble here. Dallying Pig, going to double back. Snaganona's got to be careful here. Magic Master going to find the dismount. Bruiser is going to push through the mid. As Beat Gen going to steal another camp here on the right side. Snagananas is really getting out there. Going to burrow charge on through. He's really toying with him right now. To hawk up in the top lane, getting some split push value. Boss is up here. Core is going to start to get some chip damage. B-Gen going to remain here in the mid for now. Falstad is in the bottom lane. It's a little bit of a split right now. Frank's Furters is going to go ahead and tap this objective to go 2-2. Linehouse going to find the drag. Indecisive is actually going to stop the back here. Oh, this could be big trouble for Frank's Furters. Indecisive and Cold Cuts are totally cut off. There's the Cocoon going to come out onto Anduin. Frank's Furters are going to try to come up here and get the save, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. The Light Bomb somehow coming out there, despite the Silence Zone. The Doctor manages to get the objective, and there goes Anduin. Nice little juke there from Beat Gen Johanna Means Family. Half the team from Frank's Furters backed out, and half of them could not. And this is looking like it's going to be top keep and possibly more. There's the wind tunnel coming out from Wono. And Tomb not going to hit there on the edge. Stallion Pig wants a throw, is going to find it onto Snagananas. There's the core, going to get minus 75. Gravel Bomb comes out. This could be it for Anubarak. Taunt comes out, but it's going to be a trade for the tanks. Garrosh down as well. Magic Master trying to get away here. Barely going to get into the core here. The curse is still on for 30 seconds. Hyperion going to be popped by Boggs. It looks like Beat Gen is just going to go for the mid keep here. Still 19 seconds on this curse. Anduin is still down for another couple seconds. Oh, the Doctor taking some big hits there on the edge. Lunara getting slammed by Leoric. Indecisive is here, on the way. Beat Gen are not going to end with this push. They get all the structures. All the structures are theirs. They're up 6-0 there. Well, the Doctor going to start this boss. This is potentially risky. Here comes Frank's Furters. They're going to be spotted on the way. DJ Cold Cuts has the Gravel Bomb, but there's the Root Silence combo. Light Bomb comes out, is going to save. DJ Cold Cuts is going to hit the ult, but Gazlo goes down. The boss point is here. Linehouse is going to step up there, and it's going to be a 4v4. The swipes come out from McGiblets, trying to put down a Silent Zone, and there it is. Frank's Furters have to split, somehow being kept alive by Anduin. Wono is super low, but Magic Master's going to be the first to go down. Garrosh is back, though. There goes Raynor. There goes Falstad. It's a full-on bloodbath. There goes the Stukov. Snagananas is here. It's a 4-for-2 for now, and Dallying Pig is down. Beat Gen somehow come on through with the 5-for-2. And they're going to start to push onto the core here. You see the mid is stacking up, the bottom is stacking up. The boss is on the way. This is going to be game number 1. I'm surprised that... First of all, I'm surprised that Beat Gen just went and started that boss. I'm surprised they didn't back away once Frank's Furters showed up. And I'm, you know... I can't be surprised they won game number 1. They played super, super well there. But... didn't quite go the way I expected. GG. Very nice. Beat Gen, Johanna Means Family going to go up 1-0 in very exciting fashion there on Cursed Hollow, taking some team fights on those bosses. Big time plays. Frank's Furters, I think those are the fights that they wanted. They found the fights on mostly even talent tiers. They found fights in good spots, but ultimately the macro pressure just wore them down all game long. Really, really nicely played by Beat Gen with that, you know, the Lunara, extra PvE damage, the Falstad, Dahaka just splitting the map all the time. Put Frank's Furters in a really tough spot there. Well played indeed. The Doctor on Lunara, top hero damage there for Beat Gen, over 40,000. It was Boggs on the Raynor leading the way for Frank's Furters, nearly 36k there. Let's put up the talent screen while we update the scoreboard and get ready for game number 2. Wono here in chat telling on himself. Sometimes it's how it goes. Very, very good. Alrighty. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a short break. When we come back, it's going to be game number 2. Beat Gen, Johanna Means Family versus Frank's Furters. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We're setting up here for game number 2. Beat Gen, Johanna Means Family versus Frank's Furters. We're going to Towers of Doom. It's going to be Towers of Doom here for game number 2. Propez putting me to work. I don't have time for all that before this game starts. We're going to be jumping into draft here in just a moment after this game. And depending on which way it goes, we'll get it in before the end of the stream. Don't worry. We'll get it in before the end of the stream. Let's jump into it. We're going to Towers. Towers of Doom. See if there's any alteration in the ban strategy, alteration in the pick plans from either of these teams. It is Frank's Furters that are going to be first to act. I'd be thinking about banning that Stukov if I was them, but we'll see what they're thinking here for first ban. Sticking with the Blaze to start things off. Imagine we're going to see that countered by a Zul'jin ban. We'll have to see. I do wonder if Frank's Furters is going to bring the double bruiser again here. It is a style that they're more known for. There goes the Uther. No big changes just yet. Corrosive wants another 10 squats? Oh my god. Oh my god. Am I up to 30 squats now? That's okay. We'll get there. We'll get it done. Just means I'll have to shower after the cast. Second ban here for Frank's Furters. Going with that Dahaka this time. Gonna get that Dahaka off the board. Do we see the Zul'jin ban from Beat Gen here? Or are they gonna switch it up? Gonna be an ETC ban. Okay, so they're gonna leave Zul'jin up in the favor of the ETC ban. We'll see if Frank's Furters wants to jump on that pick. They've got something else they want to steal. Towers of Doom, we've already got one of the globals banned. Globals are still powerful here on Towers of Doom. I might be thinking about a Lunara steal, honestly, if they play it. It's going to be the May. Dallying Pig wanting to lock up that tank. First thing for Frank's Furters. Beat Gen. Can't imagine why they wouldn't pick Stukov again here. I'll have to see. I'd just go Stukov a noob, to be honest. Worked pretty well last time. See what their thoughts are, though, if they're going to do a big old switch. It's going to be Maiev Anduin here from Wono and McGiblets. The Maiev did make it through the ban phase. Very interesting. So a little bit of a priority switch here from Beat Gen. DJ Coldcut's going back to the Gazlo, and Boggs will pick up that Zul'jin. So looking like they're going to the comforts here on the side of Frank's Furters. Beat Gen picking up some comforts of their own. We'll see what the next ban is. It's going to be the Brightwing. See if Frank's Furters wants to grab the Stukov of their own. With this setup, I wouldn't mind a Deckard, though. Wouldn't mind a Deckard. There goes the Johanna. No Johanna Means Family for the Beat Gens. Alright, so they've got the Maiev engage possibility. We'll see if they want to layer on any extra engages here for Beat Gen. I think you can just do the Anubarak. Maybe Anubarak Vala? I'm going to go Anubarak Orphea. Okay. Orphea can definitely throw down the big AoE pain that Maiev allows the setup for. It's going to be a Lucio here from Indecisive, looking to deny some of those stuns for Frank's Furters. So what does Magic Master go in this last pick? I'm assuming we're going with another Bruiser here. Leoric is still up. We saw Magic Master play that last game. Go with what you know. Leoric for Frank's Furters. So Linehouse in the last spot here. I was thinking about maybe a Zool, but I feel like Zool just gets bullied out by these two Bruisers. Maybe a Urel would be interesting. Malthael wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't mind a Malthael here. Let's see what Linehouse thinks. It's going to be the Malthael. You get that double clear value. You get to bully Leoric a little bit. I don't know what the Malthael matchup is like into Gazlowe, though. And Malthael also doesn't have a good way to really threaten or get away from Zul'jin. So we'll have to see how that goes. Anyone switching around? Doesn't look like it. All right. We're going to get ready for game number 2 here. I'm just looking at that pile. Look at that pile of bananas, man. 30 squats, 10 curls, 10 tricep extensions, 10 push-ups. Some water. Do have some water. It's going to be a sweaty outro today. Alrighty, looks like we're loading in. Let's do it.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Alrighty.
Heroes.
Game number 2 on the left in the blue. We've got Beat Gen, Johanna means family. The Doctor is on Orphea. Linehouse is on the Malthael. Wono playing the Maiev. Snaganana's on the Anubarak, and Linehouse. No, it's McGiblet's on the Anduin. Keep going back to the Linehouse. On the right and the red, we have Frank's Furters. DJ Coldcut's on the Gazlowe. Dallying Pig playing May. Boggs is on the Zul'jin. Indecisive playing Lucio. And Magic Master on the Leoric.
Fight.
Here we go. Game number 2 is underway. Looks like we've got Frank's Furters taking a little bit of an alternate route here. Are they going for the bottom lane? Are they going for the big flank? Looks like they're going to try to cut off the rotation. Magic Master is going to be spotted. Wono is going to be caught there in the bush. Boggs going to pop the ult, and Wono is saying, just kidding. Shades on out of there. Cheeky play by Frank's Furters, but does not bear fruit. Matthew already headed up to the top lane, grabbed that XP. Snaganana's looking for Boggs there, didn't quite find it. As Leoric heads up to the top lane, Lucio was grabbing some of that XP. Bono looking for a... wants a connection there onto Boggs, is going to get it, finds it onto DJ Coldcuts as well. Great follow-up stun by Snaganana's, and Zul'jin is the first to go down. And now we've got ourselves a camp steal coming out here from Beat Gen. Gonna press the advantage. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Sappers stolen by Beat Gen, Johanna means family. Looks like Wono going to head back to get those sappers rolling. Are they all going to connect? They are. The tower is down. Linehouse clearing the lane. Magic Master just holding the line here. Holding the line. Get it? Get it? See these two brawl it out just a little bit. Beat Gen going to get another set of sappers down here in the bottom lane. See if they can get those up to the wall. Yeah, Beat Gen off to a, pretty much as good a start as you could possibly hope for. They've got a kill, they've got an experience advantage, they've got the camps all in their favor. Really nice start here. We're going to see one sapper connect, another sapper going to connect. Maiev with the chain pull onto DJ Coldcuts, but Gazlowe able to get behind the wall. And that's the entire bottom wall down. Linehouse going to keep an eye on Magic Master here. Linehouse a little bit lower on the health here. Magic Master is going to connect the Drain Hope. I don't think Linehouse heals enough here. Oh, Zul'jin going to go down in the bottom lane. Malthael going down in the top lane. A little bit of cross-map trade, but Frank's Furters pick up their kill, and they're going to be pushing the top lane here. Timely kill, considering the altars are now spawning. Mid lane going to be cleared up by BeatGen. Anduin and Maiev keeping an eye on the bottom lane here. Malthael going up to the top left side. We are going to hassle the left here, but Snaganon is going to just be here to help out Linehouse, so it'll just be a trade on the top side. Doctor and Wono pushing out Dallying Pig and DJ Coldcut, so going to be a 2-for-1 here for BeatGen. Bottom lane push is going to continue. This wave clear pressure from BeatGen is pretty oppressive right now. They've got the level 7 advantage. We get a little bit of a rotate. One thing to note here, Zul'jin only at 2 stacks out of the 30 needed for that You Want Axe quest. So far, BeatGen hasn't really just been sitting in a lane and allowing Zul'jin to get stacked up. They've been doing a really good job of not taking long fights. They've grabbed the picks when they want them. But otherwise, they're not just getting in these extended engages, which is definitely what you want versus this Zul'jin comp. Right now, BeatGen just hanging out, just chilling hard. Waiting, waiting, waiting. The Boombox is going to go ahead and scout the Anubarak once again here. It's Maiev moving up to the mid lane, trying to help out Malthael with this clear. Keeping Leoric very, very busy on the edge there. Here comes the flank. Zul'jin is still in the mid for this, as Dallying Pig has the icing to get away, and now BeatGen are going to go ahead and try to go for the steal. Linehouse in the area, just in case some extra help is needed, but BeatGen go ahead and steal this camp. Taking a look at the experience. Very far ahead. 3 camps to 1 at this point, as we have a double top lane altar phase. Snaganon is going in, finding the double stun into DJ Coldcuts, but Gazla's still healthy enough to get away. Leoric has the top right channel here for Frank's Furters as the bottom lane push halts. Bono going to pick up another camp here on the left. Looks like Linehouse is going to be able to tag the left objective without too much trouble, though. And BeatGen is well on their way to level 10. 1-for-1 there, so 32 to 28 on the core health. Snaganon is holding this area. I'm actually going up to the top lane, going to try to sneak a camp here versus Magic Master. BeatGen has their level 10s. Looking at the last rites, Light Bomb, Cocoon, Eternal Feast. There's Cocoon actually coming on out. Snag moving on forward. This is going to be bottom tower going down here. Gazlo warding away with that Explodium charge. It is the Warden's Cage here for Maiev, so no Containment Disc this game. They're going full Wombo. As Frank's Furters are looking for 10s of their own. They should have that in just a moment here. Lighthouse wants to find a last rites, but Magic Master gets away. Unfortunately, all the sappers just bury themselves into the middle gate. Doesn't it feel bad when that happens? It takes like 1.5 sappers to kill that gate, and they all just go in there and boom, 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 they're down. Uh-oh, Linehouse could be in trouble here, trying to warp away. Great job with the Shroud to get onto Dallying Pig and move back. Nice play by Linehouse, and here they come. Warden's Cage looking to move on to Boggs. The Unkillable is going to deny the last rites. Malthael is going to go down at the same time as Zul'jin there. Getting a few extra stacks during that fight. Now 5 out of 30. As we get the 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane. Yet another double altar phase. Oh, Dallying Pig in huge trouble there. May is going to go down. Cocoon comes out onto the Lucio. Light Bomb onto Snag is going to catch 2. Gravel Bomb going to pull in the Doctor. Magic Master in some trouble here. Very low. The Impale catches all 3. That's a double kill here for Orphea. BeatGen giving it all in these fights. Unbelievable stuff. The altar phase is up here, but BeatGen wants to get some extra shots. Zul'jin working on the bottom tower, but that's going to take a little bit. Towers are locked in. This could be 6 shots apiece. We'll see if the shots go through. Channels are up. That's 12 shots. Look at that. Core health all the way down to 16. Sapper camps once again stolen here by B-Gen. Maev looking for the engage, is going to find the pull onto 2. Snagging on his moves up, gets the double stun, and the root is good onto Zul'jin. Another kill for B-Gen. Johanna means family. Mid tower taking some damage here. Bottom lane, we've got Sappers being ferried across the line, though. That's going to be an extra 3 shots. We're at 32-13 on this core health. B-Gen wanting to make this a quick affair here in game number 2. Maev once again going for this back camp. Going to go ahead and pick that up. Should be no problem there. Malthael just double soaking away as the mid tower goes back in the favor of Frank's Furters. Bottom is getting pretty roughed up here. Snaggananas and crew are trying to ward away the Furters. Maev is here on the edge waiting for another possible engage. Boombox is going to scout the flank, though. Leoric getting a little bit of value in the top lane, as another set of Sappers is looking to cross the line. Solo bottom lane altar is next. Wono going to move on in there. Can't quite find it. Dallying Pig in trouble, though. Nice sound barrier, but it's not going to be enough. Just so much damage. But a Gravel Bomb is going to catch 3. Nice unstoppable. DJ Coldcut's able to get away from the Warden's cage. Can they find the kill onto Gazlo? No. But still, B-Gen picking up the kill onto Mei. We'll see if they can grab an extra 5 shots here. Yep, the crew is not going to be able to move up onto the bottom tower. Malthael has the channel. That's going to be 5 more shots into the core of Frank's Furters. Maev continuing to push the mid. It's going to be level 16 in a moment here. Oh, DJ Coldcut's in huge trouble. Double stun comes on out, and Gazlo is down. Trying to make something happen there on the fort, but forcing just a little too hard there. And down goes Gazlo. Only 7 core health remaining. That's a round of Sappers and a boss. Sappers... Right side Sappers coming up in 10 seconds, actually. That could be just the play here. Lionhouse could be in some trouble as the Ice Wall comes on out. Magic Master here as well. The boss is going to be triggered, and oh my goodness, Malthael just slips right on through the cracks. That's got to feel bad. That's got to feel bad. If you're Frank's Furters, you're going to see the Sappers picked up in the bottom lane. They're going to have to deal with that. I mean, Gazlo and Mei are here, so they're going to go ahead and stop those Sappers. No problem. They might take back this bottom tower as well. Look at them. Boss is going to be picked up here by B-Gen. Going to force the core health down to 3. As the Sappers are cleaned up here in the bottom lane. Down goes the boss. This Magic Master going to scout it out, but will only watch as 4 more shots go into the core. 16s are almost here for Frank's Furters. If they want to take an engage, it has to be soon. It is a triple altar phase. Any one of these altars wins the game right now for B-Gen. Frank's Furters, they have to take a fight immediately. Maev is down in the bottom lane. Leoric has to answer that, so it's going to be at least a 4v4. Mei going in for the engage there. Unstoppable popped by Linehouse in the back. Light Bomb comes out for the stun. Eternal Feast onto the back line. Gravel Bomb comes out before DJ Coldcuts goes down. Maev and Leoric still battling it out, but there goes Gazlo. There goes the Zul'jin. Dallying Pig forced to retreat, and this is going to be it. The channel is in on the left, and B-Gen, Johanna means family, are going to move on to the next round. GG. What can you say? Very nicely played. They got the comp they wanted, executed early, never let go, and that's a 2-0 for B-Gen. They're going to move on to the next round of the playoffs. Very nicely done. Taking a look at the hero damage. Only a 12-minute game there, so the numbers are a little bit light. The Doctor on the Orphea, 30,000 hero damage coming out for B-Gen. Johanna means family. Boggs on the Zul'jin just never really had the chance to get going there. 23,500 hero damage for Frank's Furters. Put up the talent builds, such as they are. Update the scoreboard, and let's see if we can find ourselves an interview with our victors. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Where am I? There we go. Let's go over here. See if we can get anyone to come join us. I am joined by Wono. Congratulations on the 2-0.
Thank you, sir.
And what can we say? Just a really solidly played series there. Game 1 a little bit shaky towards the end, but it seemed like the macro advantage was almost insurmountable at that point. Tell me about the last couple team fights there. It looked like Frank's Furters were able to force some fights onto a couple of points on bosses, on camps, stuff like that. Did you feel like you just had the zoning advantage and were willing to take those, or were you caught by surprise that they just ran at you?
No, they were calculated plays that, honestly, if we win harder. If we lose, like you said, because we were in such a commanding advantage macro-wise on the map, and most of those team fights, even if we were losing, we were trading out kills. We felt pretty confident that it was a worthwhile risk. So not all of them turned out as we would have liked, and we've kind of already talked through some of the things that went wrong. But yeah, overall, I think we're pretty happy with how it turned out, and we're happy to take those risks.
I mean, definitely in a position to do it from, first curse of the game, about as quick as you can get a curse. You get all three structures there. Yeah, I mean, just you had Falstad and Johanna pushing down the opposite lanes at all times. Honestly, was there anything in the draft that you felt could have gone better? Like, it felt like you just had the draft from minute one.
No, I think we're pretty happy with what we drafted. Like you said, we identified pretty early in the first draft that we had a pretty clear macro advantage, and they really didn't have any way to stall out objectives. So, I mean, we did expect them to put up a bit more of a fight on the first one. We kind of got it a little quicker than we expected. We thought we would get more of the Johanna macro advantage, but we knew that they wanted to run at us, but they didn't really have any stall or any way to deal with our macro. So I think we're pretty happy with how that draft turned out.
Looking solid game number 1, moving into game number 2, even more solid there. Yeah, I mean, you found kills early and never really let go. Tell me about Maiev right now. Seems like just if you've got the technical skill, Maiev is just kind of a go-to hero. Do you feel like, is Maiev overtuned? Or is this something that more people should be looking to play?
I don't think she's overtuned. I think she is very good, and also part of what makes her good is people aren't always super used to playing into Maevs or playing into I don't want to toot my own horn, but Maevs that are pretty good or have a good experience on the hero. But she is definitely one of those heroes that you can't just kind of pick up and in a day or two be proficient at it. You do have to work at it, and you do have to work on those technical skills. And the little survivability bump she got at 20 definitely does help her out a little bit. But I think she's in a good spot. And anyone
get to 20, but hey.
Yeah, I would say that people who are interested have kind of been intimidated by her. Now is definitely a good time to try her out and see how it goes.
Good stuff. Yeah, so pretty quick 2-0 there. That means you get to move on in the playoffs. I don't know if Clouded Minds Unleashed versus Mean Old Men has finished yet.
It was yesterday. It was Clouded Minds in Phoenix Rising, actually.
Oh, in Phoenix Rising. Okay. Yeah, this list is never in the right order.
Phoenix Rising took that one in a 2-1, I think it was.
Okay, so moving on to Phoenix Rising Onyx there in the next round. I mean, being the top of the division probably got a pretty good, matchup versus any one of these teams, but do you feel like there's any, you're going to have to change up the plans too much, or is it just another case of do the research and play what, has been doing well for you?
They were the last team that we played in the regular season, so they are kind of, aside from Frank's Furters, now the most fresh in each other's minds, I would say. Very doubtful that I will get to play Maiev again in that series, so that's at least one thing that we need to change up. But other than that, we have a couple team members who do a really good job with the scouting and kind of making up some draft plans and map picks, so I think we have about a week to kind of figure out what we want to do.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. Well, Mono, thanks for coming on by. Congratulations on a solid 2-0. Any shout-outs you'd like to make before we close out?
Yeah, first and foremost, always thank you to you, Crush. You do such a great job and have really kept casting kind of alive this season. I know for casters it hasn't been the easiest of seasons, so thank you for all the work you do, not just casting, but organizing and everything. Shout out to my team and shout out to Frank's Furters. Even though it was a bit of a quicker series, it was still really fun, and I hope they enjoyed it, and I hope to see them back soon. I know they're a long-standing team. I have to give a shout out to Gibbs's grandma's internet because he's been having internet issues all week, so we had to go over there to play tonight.
Oh,
And then my final shout out is sub to Nikki G for making our beautiful logo.
fantastic. All right. Mono, thanks for coming on by. Congratulations once again on the win. Look forward to seeing you in the next round.
Sounds good, Crush. Have a good night.
See ya.